Hello. This is actually my second attempt at making a skirt out of glow sticks because my first attempt wasn't really what I wanted. It wasn't bad, I just ran into a lot of problems with it. So the first time I tried to do this, I thought that I would just take a skirt, an old skirt that I don't wear anymore, and just glue glow sticks onto it. So, you know, saying that that's making a skirt, a little bit of a lie, but hey, whatever, I wasn't too pressed about that. The first problem I ran into was that I was trying to glue these glow sticks onto the skirt. So one, I used a lot of hot glue, and two, I kept burning my hand. Like, I burnt my fingertips so much, like I could not feel them. I'm very bad with a glue gun, it seems. Also, like, the glow sticks weren't holding completely with the glue. And also, by gluing them onto the skirt, it was really stiff. So like, I only got the front half of the skirt done before I decided like this was not worth the effort that I was putting into it. It wasn't going to be what I wanted it to be. And I finished like the first half of the skirt. Like, I got the front mostly done before I decided, like, I've been working on this for like a couple hours. It's not what I want it to be. I'm not really happy with it, but like, whatever. Maybe I'll try doing it again sometime in the future. Also, when I was filming the first video, my camera died partway through, so like I had technical problems. I kept burning my hands, so I had actual problems with the skirt. The glow sticks weren't holding, and then once I got the amount of the skirt done that I did, I put it on and it was so stiff, like I could not move. So I've decided to try this again, and I have a new method. So my new method is, the glow sticks are already like kind of hard, like because you can bend them into, you know, a bracelet, you would think that they wouldn't be stiff. But the problem I ran into it the first time was that I wasn't bending them, I was keeping them straight, so like there was no movement. So I was thinking like, well, hoop skirts are already like kind of stiff, like you already don't get much movement with those. So my plan is to essentially make a big circle out of glow sticks and like spiral it up, connecting the pieces like with the little joiners for when you make the bracelet, and zip tying each layer together so that it stays together. I really think this will work. I kind of did a test run of like 3 loops with glow sticks from the first skirt that I like tore off and like just tried to see if that would work, and it worked pretty well for like 3 rows, so it should work for the whole skirt. I initially started out with 400 glow sticks. I had 100 from a wedding that I had worked over the summer back when I was a wedding DJ, and then I bought 300 on Amazon because you can only buy glow sticks in packs of 300, it seems. I used, I think, around 120 for the first skirt, maybe a little less, but we have somewhere between 300 and 400. Not quite 400, but more than 300 glow sticks. No, that's not how math works. So we have more than 200, less than 300, give or take, which I think should be enough to make the skirt. I felt like I was overbuying because I just bought what was available. But I really hope this will work. I really think it will. I'm like really hoping this does. I'm gonna be really bummed if it doesn't. All right, let's do this.
Ladies and gentlemen, on this 5th day of July, in the year 2050, I, Lady Gillespie, am proud to present to you Toothless Hawkins and his robot jazz band. 1, 2, 3, 4.
This attempt turned out like 1,000 times better than my first attempt at making a glow stick skirt. I feel like this is an actual skirt. Like I actually made it, because with the other one I was using like a pre-made skirt as a base. This, just zip tying glow sticks together. That's what this skirt is made of. Glow sticks, those little connector bits of glow sticks, and a bunch of zip ties, almost 200 zip ties. Almost 200. I have one left, I think. So about 200 zip ties. It's really fun, but it's, to be honest, it's not practical for anything. Like I said, you can see underneath it, which like, that's a fun look. Maybe wear Spanx under it if you're like going out on the town. It is very fragile. I keep having to like connect the bits of the skirt back together because they just pop out. Like if you've ever had a glow stick bracelet, you just, like those plastic bits don't really work too well. So that's a problem. Also, I can move in it a lot better than I can my first attempt. Like this is not stiff. Like I can, it's a little wider, so I have some movement. I don't think I could sit down in this, and my motion is kind of limited in it, but the zip ties allow a lot of like bend and stretch. So it is easier to walk around in. I think this is a success. I'm really happy with this. It is a bit past 3 a.m. right now. I think I started working on this somewhere between midnight and 1 a.m. So it took a hot minute to make this. Like this took a while, but I think that the outcome is definitely worth it. While I was making it, I was like, I'm so tired. This better be worth it in the end. And I think it was. So I think this was a success.
Is this thing called jazz?
So I've heard that if you put glow sticks in the freezer, it makes them last longer. I don't know if that's true. It might just be an old wives' tale. But for the time being, glow stick skirt lives in the freezer.